Just have patience with the baby. Honestly, I know that it's like a learning experience, you know, especially if it's your first. You're gonna have some challenges, but then again, you're gonna conquer them day by day. Just having patience. Just having patience with the baby.
Hello, my name is Jocelyn Molina. I am one of the breastfeeding peer counselors at Tacoma and Langley Park.
The reason why I breastfed was because, like I had mentioned, my friend, she had her baby, and she made me realize to breastfeed. When I was pregnant, she was telling me that breastfeeding is the good, you know, the good golden milk for the baby, has a lot of benefits for mom and baby. So that made me, and I did studies. I looked up on Google, YouTube, and I'm just like, wow, like I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, breastfeed my baby. So that, you know, that's the decision that I have made. I'm still nursing my 2-year-old son, but overall everything, it's going good. When I first found out that I was pregnant with my son, my youngest, my baby, my first, he actually knew that I had a baby inside my belly. So he actually knew time to wean off. You know, I had told him like, okay, Aiden, I have a baby in my belly, like no more boobs. And he was like, okay, it's fine. You know, it was a bit challenging for me to wean him off. But then again, like he understood that I have a baby in my belly, that hey, he had to, like, you know, because other than that, anything could happen with my pregnancy. When I was 2 months in with my pregnancy, I had to stop nursing. Right now with my youngest, he's over the place. So every time when I nurse, he's like caressing my hair, he's like looking in my eyes, and I'm like, you know, telling him like I love you, and he's like with a smile while he's like on my you know, my boob. He's like, you know, he looks up and just like, and that, it's a very memorial, you know, picture with both of them, actually, not just only my first, not only my second, but my first, but both of them. But that's just them, the bonding. With my second, I had postpartum depression, which really hit me really hard. I didn't know what it was. I had baby blues, and then and then later on, it was, you know, thoughts in my head every time when I was like driving, and the baby was crying, and only what came to my mind was just like, okay, like it's your time, you know. I didn't want to hurt my baby, I didn't want to hurt myself, but it just I had some like thoughts, be like, okay, I'm gonna, like, let's say like I'm gonna go ahead and crash, like let's say if a car was coming, and that just hit me really hard. And I remember one time that it's just, I'm so pierced until this day, and I would never forgive myself, was the time that I was at the beach with my sisters and her friend, and the baby kept crying all the time, and I was just like, what is wrong with you? Like, what's wrong? Like, I fed you, I changed you, like I rocked you, I did everything. And then mind you, we were at the beach, and one of the things what I said that still haunts me until this day is, I'm just like, I'm gonna just put you in the trash. Like, wow, like, and so this day I'm like, why? Like, why? You know, when me as a mom was wrong. And so right now I'm just like, wow, like I said those harsh words to my baby. And when I was looking at him, and I'm just like, why? Like, you don't deserve it. Like, me saying that to you, like, you don't deserve this at all. And this, like I said, it was when he was 3 months, and I didn't know about growth spurt or anything like that. And me as a breastfeeding peer counselor, now I know why he was crying, why he was cranky, because he was in that growth spurt. So I know that moms who are, you know, who has the baby with the growth spurt, just have patience with the baby, and just have patience with the baby. Honestly, I know that it's like a learning experience, you know, especially if it's your first. You're gonna have some challenges, but then again, you're gonna conquer them day by day. Just having patience with the baby, and learning, you know, the cues, learning everything about your baby since day one. The advice that I will give to mom is just to have patience with the baby, and at the end of the day, you will get rewarded with the smiles, the hugs, the laughters, the cooing, the first walk. You will get rewarded all of that. And I know there will be sacrifice that comes into play, but you will conquer it day by day.